Biden and Harris dropped 20,000 Haitians into Springfield, Ohio, and they've been overrun in that neighborhood with Haitians. And here's an image here. Here's one guy. They're walking around. Here he's holding a Canadian goose, which appears to be a Canadian goose. They're going around swiping ducks from the pond, cutting their heads off, and then eating them, right? Here's a guy that was at one of these local Springfield committees telling you about it.
That's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them like.
And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving themselves in public. Making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me.
Also goes on to talk about how the Haitian drivers, they are a catastrophe. Insurance has gone up because of this. It's wreaking havoc on this neighborhood. And to give you a gist of just how bad it is, in the school system in Springfield in 2017, the whole school district had 250 non-English speaking students. Today, that number is now 1,600 students. So that's like a whatever 1,000% increase that they've had. It has exploded in this neighborhood because Kamala Harris has packed these illegal immigrants in there, and they are all from Haiti. And Kamala Harris, of course, wants to protect the Haitians at all costs. Now, these guys are just going around and, you know, their culture is obviously a lot different than ours. We've seen what just happened down there in Haiti. It was chaos. You had a guy named Barbecue. You had cannibals down there. I mean, the place is like the Wild West. They're just worse than that, right? So if you've ever watched, like I have, watched Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy for 40 years, you've never once seen them give out a trip to Haiti, right? No one ever won the grand prize and they say, hey, pack your bags, pal. You and your wife are going a 7 days trip to Haiti, right? You've never seen that. There's a reason why, is because Haiti's a shithole. But if you say that, you get hit with that racist tag or whatever tag they throw at you. But here's Kamala Harris. She's going to protect the Haitians at all costs, not the U.S. citizens, the Haitian illegal immigrants. Take a listen.
That is why, also, starting with our administration, we gave TPS, temporary protected status, to Haitian migrants, 55,000. And then more recently, we extended temporary protected status to over 100,000 Haitian migrants for that very reason, that they need support, they need protection.
All right, so she's protecting the Haitian immigrants. Now, this story really went viral because of it, and I'm not going to play this video because it's really sick. I'll play it here without the audio, but there's a woman in Ohio that was eating a cat, somebody's a neighborhood cat. And the whole story is pretty gross. Now, they said that this woman was a Haitian immigrant, so that caught fire with the other story about these Haitians scooping up ducks out of the pond and cutting their heads off and eating them. And so they put these two stories together, and the memes were hysterical online yesterday on X about, Haitians eating your pets, vote for Trump if you want. I'll put some of them up here, like cats for Trump. So I got involved in the mix myself. Everyone's using this AI feature that's on Twitter, and they're coming up with some bangers to do this. But this woman ended up she's not a Haitian. She's, I believe, born in America. She just happens to be a mentally ill person that was eating her neighbor's cat, which was pretty disgusting. But regardless of that, getting back to this, the whole thing that there is a Haitian problem going on in Springfield, Ohio. And what's funny, too, is the media loves to come down. Look at this headline that they came out with, right? Now, too bad that your Canadian geese are getting eaten, right here. Look, downtown press. Dear racists, you eat birds, too. Racists are furious over migrants grilling seagulls and geese. Newsflash, most Americans eat birds. Ever heard of chicken? Okay. So these people are taking ducks out of the pond, whacking their heads off and eating them. And they're comparing this to you going to ShopRite and buying a rotisserie chicken that you got from a farm. All right. And you're racist if you got a problem with this. So what that there's illegal immigrants cooking up seagulls in your neighborhood? You racist? This is not the way we live. This is not our culture. This is not how we do things. You don't just walk down to the neighborhood pond, pick up a duck, cut its head off, and then cook it. Or you're not even cook it, eat it raw. I don't know what they're doing with the ducks. But it's like, this is not who we are. This is who they are. This is the culture they're bringing here. And it's unchecked, and they don't care. And we're seeing the same thing that's happening all over this country because the open border from Kamala Harris, the border czar, is out of control. And if you have a stink about it and you have a problem with this, you're a racist. And there's no other thing you could say about it. And it's really disgraceful. Meanwhile, too, by the way, Donald Trump, when he was in office, signed the Prevention of Animal Cruelty and Torture Act, right? Historical act done to prevent the cruelty to animals. Where's PETA, by the way? They should be down there in Springfield.